Welcome you all for this lecture. We are going to discuss about the subject called Professional Ethics. I am Sherine Glory, Assistant Professor from Department of Computer Science and Engineering from RMD Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss about an interesting topic called yoga. So, introduction to yoga and meditations for professional excellence and stress management. So, this is the topic we are going to discuss today. So, let's move on to the topic. So, what is an yoga? So, yoga is an ancient discipline designed to bring balance and health to the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual dimensions of the individuals. When adopted as a way of life, yoga improves physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual health. So, this is an ancient practice that has been followed in our country. So, which brings an harmony within oneself. So, which brings a discipline, brings balance and health to the one's individuals. So, this yoga offers an effective method of managing stress, anxiety, depression, and numerous studies demonstrate the efficiency of yoga and mood related disorders. So it organizes everything. It rectifies everything of mental and physical health. The yoga is often depicted metamorphically as a tree that comprises 8 aspects of limbs. So yama, universal ethics; niyama, individual ethics; asanas, physical postures. So when we discuss about yoga, when we think about yoga, what is comes under predominantly comes to and mind is this physical postures and pranayama, breath control, and pratyahara, control of senses; dharana, concentrations; dhyana, meditations; and samadhi, bliss. Okay, so moving on to this, discussing about the trees. I said it looks like a tree. So roots. So what is this roots about? This tells about foundation for living honorably and clearly. Yama, a list of outward observances representing the principles of ethical behaviors. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya. Ahimsa means non-harming and compassion for self and others. Satya, truthfulness, talking only truth, honest, being honest. Asteya, not stealing. Brahmacharya, wise and balanced use of energy. Aparigraha, non-attachment, living with generosity of spirit and um, actions. The next is trunks. After the roots, we have a trunks. So this trunk is represents establishing a base of purity in one's body and mind. So this is said to be a niyama. So inward personal observances that improve the self and surrounding relations. So under this we have sauka, cleanliness in one's body's, mind, surroundings, treating our body as a temple. Our body is a temple of God, so we need to maintain it cleanly. Okay, even your mind. Okay, santosha, practice of contentment, seeing good in everything, counting your blessings and feeling gratitudes. Tapas. So tapas is heat, energy of self transformations to promote healthy mind, soul and body. Savadaya, study of text and self study. Ishvapranidhana, letting go of ego, feeling of being in expressions of whole universe. So next is branches. Strong. The branches of a tree will be usually strong and flexible to move according to the wind or light, according to the wind, right? So similar to that, we also need to move according to the wind of the life. So here it represents the asanas, physical practices of yogic postures. So when we talk about yogas, we always think about these postures, different kinds of postures we exhibit as an doing yoga. And next is leaves. So leaves represent drawing in life force through the exchange of breath. So it also denotes pranayama. So controlling the breaths, practicing the breaths. Okay, breath is said to be carrier of oxygen. So the oxygen has been transferred to the every organs. So it purifies or regenerates the organs. So this is pranayama is nothing but mastering the science of breath and breath control. And the sixth one is bark, protecting the tree from outer elements, preventing its essence from flowing outwards. So pratyahara, turning the awareness inward, sense and withdrawal. Next is sap, juice which carries the energy on this inward journey, links the whole tree as one. So dharana, focus state of concentration, bringing the mind to a single point of focus. So focusing one thing, practicing on one thing. You would have seen many people who have been achieving in their life, they always have focused concentration on one thing towards the goal. And the next last one is fruit, the essence of the tree, samadhi, a feeling of peace, freedom, bliss, that is said to be an samadhi. So the role of yoga in stress management. Hans Selye first introduced the term stress into life science. So what is the stress is about? It is derived from the Latin word called stringere, which means to draw tight. Stress is a complex dynamic process of interaction between a person's and his or her life. Stress can affect one's health, work performance, social lives, and relationship with family members. Eminent behavioral scientist Stephen Robbins defines stress as that which rises from an opportunity, demand, constraints, threat, challenge when the outcomes of the event are important and uncertain. So, stress can also be defined as harmful and physical emotional responses that occur when the requirement of job do not match the capabilities, resources, or needs of the worker. So this is the role of yoga in stress. So impact of stress. If one person have an stress, what is the impact through the studies? In the first, psychological changes such as anxiety, irritability, insomnia arise due to overstimulation of sympathetic nervous system. The second stage, symptoms such as high blood pressure, elevated heart rate, and increased intestinal motility surface. And the third stage, more profound physical and biochemical imbalance sets in. And in the final fourth stage, irreversible symptoms that often require surgical or long-term management appears. So what is the effect of yoga in stress? It significantly decreases the heart rate of systolic and diastolic blood pressures. Studies suggest that yoga reverses the negative impact on stress on the immune system by increasing the levels of immunoglobulin and as well as naturally killers the cells. So another studies has shown improvement of mental health of both young and seniors by reducing the stress through yoga. So yoga science includes yogasanas or postures, pranayama, dhyana, meditations and relaxing techniques which benefits the users in every level. Thank you. So that's all, we have discussed a detailed discussion about the yoga.